Hello, everybody. This is my first episode. It's the first episode of my podcast in which I want to introduce myself. I want to introduce why I have this podcast, why I'm starting this, and I'm going to make it pretty short, probably like 10, 20 minutes around there. And I just want to talk about why I did this, who I am, what I'm about. So number one, I think we got to keep it real, transparent, because I feel like transparency and being real with one another is the best thing in life because you don't want a yes man. You want somebody that tells you the truth, that be like, damn, hey man, if I'm doing this wrong, be like, no, 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 no. No, you need somebody to be like, look, man, like, you're not doing things right. Like, you could be so much better than you are. What's stopping you? Like, you need somebody to make you better in his life because we're surrounded by people that honestly, like if you want to be real, like I have my own story mode and somebody else has their own story mode, right? It's like some people, the 1% care enough to try to help one another. Be like, look, I'm gonna give you real advice, real knowledge, real wisdom, guide you the right way in life. Or when things get tough, you ask this person and they try to help you, give you different like thinking, like what would they do in their shoes. But most people, you're just a side character, and that's just the truth of it. That's just the truth of life. You know, like the word sonder is to realize that we all have complex lives. I have my own complex life, my own problems, my own things that I deal with in my brain and outside externally, right or wrong. And there's things that you're experiencing too, all your responsibilities and all your things and all your life, right? And it's very hard for, like, let's say 99% of the people to actually sit down and think and try to help you, which is very hard. When you encounter a real person, it's very hard to encounter a real person because, you know, it's very hard to find somebody that's willing to help you. And that's extremely hard. So I feel like I've been a person that I can help with guidance and wisdom. Yes, I might be 22 years of age. I might be 22 years of age, which makes me pretty young, but I feel like I could give you a good perspective of life, through this life of teaching them. Because honestly, I feel like before I started to think and to try to be better for myself, not just for myself, but for the people around me, the reason why it sparked the curiosity. And I think before that, I was just an NPC. I was a bot. I was just conforming to the pattern of the world. For example, social media. I cared what people thought about me. And I was just saying yes to please others in their head. I wasn't really being real with them. I wasn't being real with myself. Or, look, I believe in God, because having God in your life, you realize that there's something bigger than you and it humbles you. You need that, because if not, our ego and our our arrogance, our pride could be bigger than what we are, So that's why I believe it's important to have a God that's bigger than you and he humbles you, and it's very important. But that's a different topic I wanted to talk about one day. Like I wanna let's go back on that and the things that sparked my curiosity, the thing that sparked my curiosity into trying to learn and be better in life was that, I was able to see my life from a third person perspective and be like, damn, like my life is not going good. Like, who am I? Like, I realized the character that I was portraying was completely different to who I really wanted to be in life, you know? And I realized that I was never thinking. I was just thinking, like, I was just trying to be, for example, like, let's say there's a person sitting down right here, right? I thought that I wanted to fulfill the way he was thinking about me. I wanted to please him in the way that my actions were. So I was a slave to the perceptions of others. I was acting. I wasn't really myself. And when I came to a realization, when I changed my life and it really like it started like clicking, boom, 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 and I was able to realize my life and often see things that be like, okay, like wake up from this reality, like the Matrix, the blue pill, and the red pill. I didn't understand what that meant, but then I realized that if you're able to see yourself, observe yourself, you know, the way you think, the way you act, the way you do things in life is very important. The way you walk, because life is a walk, and you step, 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 step. We often want to run in life, but it's a walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the minute you wake up, you feel the iPhone one. Hey, y'all hear that iPhone? The alarm. It's heck. You sometimes I just jump because it's like it's not. It's also maybe not. It's not the sound, but it's like, okay, I wake up. It's a new day. It's a new day with new challenges. So it's just about reprogramming your brain, because like we are kind of like the way that we grew up, you know, what our parents would tell us, what society would tell us, the way we're on social media, like the things we consume, we become them. So what I'm trying to do is, and what I did through my experience is remove that. How do we remove that and create better systems to become better? Because my goal is to make y'all wake up from this reality, make y'all wake up and realize and take a grasp of your life. Because if not, you're gonna wake up from your life and it's gonna become a nightmare. And it's gonna be too late, because then you're gonna have responsibilities. Then you're gonna have, you know, bills, and it's all gonna trap you in this world. And you can accept it. And my goal is for you guys to have a better perspective in life. The things that I learned to help me with my perspective, and honestly, like, I just want y'all to be better, in my opinion. And my whole goal for this podcast is for the youth to realize the opportunities that they have in the United States of America, because we are so blessed. And you know, like, honestly, like, the way I think about it is, yeah, your day could be dreadful here in the United States, but there's kids waking up in bombs and have to work all day for a piece of bread. Like, you really think about stuff like that? Like, literally, I'm over here chilling. I have a blanket. Like, there's some kids that don't even have a blanket. And these things make me realize how blessed I am. Like, I always heard of, like, 50 Cent. I like to think about things like this. Like, 50 Cent, he said, being depressed is a privilege. And I was like, damn, like, that's facts, because you constantly moving in life. You poor, you gotta keep moving. You can't focus on being depressed. You can't afford to be depressed. And I didn't understand that until I kind of had time to slow down in life, because my life has always been fast paced since growing up. You know, my mother was a single mom, undocumented, raised 2 kids by herself, 2 jobs. So we always on the constant move. And once you slow down a little bit, like, I got to university, I was able to slow down and to think for the first time and reflect. Reflection is an amazing thing. Reflection, I advise, as you listeners, is, I don't know if one person is listening. I don't know if a billion people listening, but I just hope that one person, you listen and try to better yourself. Try to be better. Find a reason to be better. You know? And oftentimes I know life is tough. Life is not easy. But we just gotta keep pushing through. And yeah, but that's literally what I'm about. And I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to help the youth, adults. I feel like I can help people, but it's just time, you know? It's just time and day by day discipline, doing the things that are right. Even though it's hard, and our mind will tell us, no, 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 no. For example, when we wake up, the first few seconds, our mind thinks about that warm bed, the pleasure of the warm bed, and we're like, damn, like, let's stay in here, let's stay in here. But we gotta snap ourselves out of it and be like, you know what? I got responsibilities, and 3, 2, 1, boom, let's go. That's what I like to think. And once that timer starts in my head, I gotta get up and turn on the light. And when you realize that once you get up, it's easy. Like, and then you start going, okay, come on. You know, that's why you have a higher source of power, God, and God guide me today. Give me the strength that I need. Give me the wisdom that I need. And boom, 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 boom. Like, you start the engine. You start the engine of your brain, you know. Today we're going to do this, da, da, da. Today we're going to do that, da, da, da. Don't put your feelings to it. But yeah, that's a whole different topic. Like, all these topics, I have my own journal. I've written countless journals. I threw them all away just because I feel like I restarted now and I have a better foundation. So, I would say your brain is one of the best gifts that God has given you. You know, it's a blessing to have a brain. It's a hypercomputer. It's the most OP weapon in the world, and I didn't realize this. One thing that made me realize this was that, your mindset is important. When things get hard, what are you doing? Like, what you gonna do? Are you gonna react, or are you just gonna let it beat you up and fall backwards? Like, what you gonna do? So I have a lot that I've written that I feel like reflection is very important. I think being able to reflect and being better. Don't let the reflection hurt you. Let it make you grow. You know, because what I started at first, I would reflect, and then my lady, she said condemnation, and I didn't know what that word meant until you use the bad things against yourself, and that's what the enemy will try to do to you, the negative thoughts, because it's all in your head. It's all warfare in your head, but that's a whole different thing. And like, I'm just being real with you. I'm trying to be real with you, but it's like, let's say condemnation. That's when you use when it doesn't allow you to grow. For example, like let's say I'm living life and I messed up like a year ago. You ever had those things where you mess up in life and you get already like because you remembered that, right or wrong. You right or wrong, you're like, damn, why did I do that? I was so you can't control that. You're investing your feelings into that, which your feelings, you're investing them to the past, will alter your future, and it can negatively impact it. You know what I'm talking about? You start seeing the world, you're like, damn. You start seeing your worth from your past, which is a very detrimental thing that you should not do. For example, the thing that you should do is remove that feeling, observe it, because it's gonna come. Sometimes we watch, like, it's real, right? Like let's say you're sitting down and sometimes there's unskippable ads that you gotta watch in your brain. You're like, damn, like look at this memory. I gotta watch it. But don't see it as like, damn, negative. No, why did I do that? No. See it and be like, okay. Take a deep breath. I seen a movie, it was like Gucci Prada Louis, Gucci Prada Louis. I forgot what movie it was, but it was a girl in a frat. It was an amazing movie. I used to hate movies, but now I love them. Shout out my lady. But yeah, take a deep breath. This is you. Step back, observe it. Observe the thought. Observe it. Be like, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I be better next time? Be like, damn, thank you, God, that I'm better than that now. Like, the present is an opportunity to be better than you were before. Do not compare yourself to other people. Let's say you're a level 2 and they're a level 100. Stop comparing yourself. Learn from them, but don't compare yourself in the sense that, like, damn, look at them, man, they're blessed, they're this. No, they probably went through the same process as you did, or probably even worse than you. So, compare yourself to learn. Don't compare yourself to demoralize you, to hurt you, to bring yourself down. Compare yourself to be better than them. But yeah, that's just a little introduction of what I want to talk about. I think the mind is so complex, but it's so complex that it's become beautiful. It's so simple, and my whole point of this podcast is to be better. To be better. That's why I'm gonna call it the Be Better Podcast, episode 001, introduction of Jose Madrigal. There's a lot of things I've been through in my life, and there's a lot of things I haven't been through, but I've learned from other people and their mistakes and their troubles and their problems and their mountains, and which has given me a very good perspective, and I really thank higher power, God, for this, which I want to be able to help you, and we're the daily listener. We are trying to get through life. So if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I hope you have a great day. And when the obstacle comes, don't think, damn, why is this happening to me? Think, how can I overcome this? What is the solution? And the next episode I want to talk about is, don't focus on the problem, focus on the solution. So hope y'all have a nice day. Have a blessed one. I'm drinking a little coffee. Happy Monday. Peace.